Warning, there may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
Take that God-forsaken New York Mets hat off.
What's wrong? What's wrong with the hat? They're the hottest team in baseball. Not after this weekend. They had a stinky weekend, but
Yes.
yeah,
EJ cut his hair.
it's gone.
It's
It's all
gone.
gone. It was time.
It's beautiful.
I went to a Metallica concert. I headbanged to my heart's delight, and then I just decided it served its purpose. It's gone.
But by the way, Logan McFadden on the show for the first time. Logan.
Nice to meet y'all. Hello.
Yeah. Welcome. Maybe you can get on my level and get to like a 5-timers club eventually, but I'll welcome a newcomer.
Hey, don't speak too soon now. Don't speak too soon now.
Hey, you gotta let. Hey, EJ's a mentor. EJ's a mentor.
Yeah.
To these younglings. But just like two summers ago, I mentored EJ when I let him on for the first time. But yeah. So actually, I'm gonna start off with something that it's kind of stupid, kind of not stupid, because somebody did get hurt, and I hope they get better and stuff. But there is a lawsuit now involving a former crew member of All Elite Wrestling, and more specifically, Jon Moxley. Now, where did this lawsuit start, you ask? Well, I can tell you. 2 years ago, Jon Moxley was in a steel cage match against Kenny Omega. It was a fantastic freaking match, which involved that dirty son of a you-know-what, Don Callis, to turn on him. And by the way, I'll do the sponsor read after this talk. I almost forgot. But Omega did the V-trigger to Moxley to the outside, broke the cage, and he went outside. And then he got up and then pushed a crew member. Now, to me, it seemed like a normal wrestling push. Like, guy fell over, selling and everything. And apparently he was not fine. And that was 2 years ago. And it's all of the sudden coming up now. And it is looked at as a assault and battery charge, which, listen, you want to assault the guy for damages for getting hurt, that's fine. But calling it assault and battery, really? On a scripted show where you know he's the bad guy. Dude, really? Imagine, dude, he probably would have got hurt worse if this was like the 80s when kayfabe was still protected.
It's good heat.
I dare. Oh, hello, dog. Hello.
Oh, what's up, pup?
What's up? So, listen, but again, if the guy got hurt, then that sucks. But I'm going to try to read as much information as I can as I go to brobible.com. As AEW champion Jon Moxley facing assault and battery lawsuits stemming from the 2023 incident. If Moxley loses this incident, hopefully they make him take the title out of the briefcase. Anyway, it's not funny. But both All Elite Wrestling and current world champion Jon Moxley, real name Jonathan Good, are named as defendants in a civil lawsuit alleging negligence, civil assault and battery. The claims stem from a 2023 incident in which the plaintiff claims to have suffered serious injuries. Christopher Dispense, who worked for Broadcast Service Group, a group that provided crew for AEW, alleges that he suffered severe neck and shoulder injuries when Moxley shoved him to the ground during a show May 10th, 2023. Dispense claimed that he needed cervical fusion surgery, shoulder surgery, and treatment for other unspecific injuries following the incident. Video of the incident, Moxley shows Dispense during a match with fellow AEW competitor Kenny Omega, Tyson Smith. Omega is not named as a defendant in the suit. Moxley took a screwdriver from Dispenza before shoving him to the ground. According to the suit, Moxley was only supposed to take the screwdriver from Dispenza, not push him to the ground. The suit also claims that Moxley had a history of disciplinary issues before this incident involving other people while under AEW's employee agency or contractual relationship. It also says that the past disciplinary offenses by Moxley include a documented history of unpredictability as well as lack of control by defendant AEW, all of which were known or should have been known to defendant AEW at the time of this assault. Moxley missed several months of AEW tapings in 2021 while in rehab for alcoholism. He returned to the show later that year. However, in the statement to the takedown on SI, AEW sources said that they are unaware of any disciplinary issues with Moxley, noting he is respected with the promotion by talent and management. Okay. So listen, once again, I want to clarify. If a guy got hurt, I'm sorry. If you had surgery from it, I'm sorry. But why are you bringing this to their attention 2 years later? If it was that big of a deal, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
To be fair, the legal system does take a long time to process it. The fact that it finally got to court, I'm sure he filed claims very soon after the incident, and it's just now coming to light when it's his turn in court.
Maybe, but I'm not seeing anything unless he can't legally talk about it, which is true and possible in some legal cases. But I don't know. I think it's a little. I told EJ before this. I think it's a little sketch that this is coming out a few weeks before All In Texas at Globe Life Field. Also, Moxley, if you remember, was a bad guy at the time. And should he have went off script? Probably not. Did he need to push him? No. But there's been so many times where this has happened in professional wrestling history, and it's fine. For example, one I can think of is Revolution. Literally that year, MJF goes to the crowd. No, this isn't an assault battery. This is just an example of wrestlers going off script and getting heat. MJF grabbed a cup of water and threw it at a little kid's face. That wasn't planned. He actually said after the kid looked thirsty. So, yeah, listen, there's better ways to get heat, sure. Though I will play fair here. If you're gonna go off script and push somebody that you know doesn't know, then you gotta let them know or try to let them know. You can't think on the spot unless they're part of the match. Like if Moxley wasn't supposed to hit Omega with a knee, but was like knee and then knee, that's fine. But like if it's a production guy that doesn't know he's gonna do that, I think you need to let him know. Now again, do I think it's a big deal? Don't know all the details. As of right now, in my opinion, no. Am I sorry he got hurt? Yes. Do I wish Moxley did that? No. Like I said, he shouldn't have done it. But like at the same time, it still seems sketch, and it really seems like one of those lawsuits that are just gonna go away in like a week or two.
Yeah, they'll just buy out.
Yeah. So like, when was the last time we heard something about the Kevin Kelly lawsuit? By the way. Yeah, exactly. Plus I was told by somebody that it literally put nothing into it. So I'm not, that's where this opinion's coming from. That's my final opinion on it. Moxley shouldn't have done it, but also an opinion that has nothing to do with the lawsuit, but like people talking about the lawsuit. I said it before, but I'm not gonna say it in the way I did before. The IWC is full of a bunch of idiots and pansies. You would not have survived in the Monday Night Wars, and you would not have survived during the territory days with the amount of crap that went on back in the day. And also, just to criticize the company when you don't know what actually happened, just to criticize them, dude, stop watching at that point, because nobody cares about your crappy podcast.
Fair enough.
So,
but speaking of injuries in wrestling, okay. Mikey, what happened to your boy Sammy Sometime? What happened?
I didn't.
Tough subject here.
Knew you didn't bring this up. I didn't expect you to bring this up actually. Okay, listen, I'm not going to comment on it. But all I'm going to say is that They will get their revenge. They will. John and Clayton better watch out. That's all I'm gonna say. So okay. I forgot to do the first ad read on for us, and then we can actually have a topic that Logan can talk about. But yes, Tailgate Talks is sponsored by DeFriscia. Oh God, my throat. Hold on.
One more take. Give him a sec.
Now we're keeping it in. We're keeping it in. I want to pull up the Facebook too. But all right. At the top. Tailgate Talks is sponsored by DeFriscia Recycling and Junk Removal. Has vehicle purchases, scrap metals, appliance removals, junk removal, garbage services, dumpster rentals, curbside pickups, house and garage building cleanouts, and demolition. DeFriscia Recycling and Junk Removal. Tell the DeFriscias that we sent you, and we thank them for sponsoring Tailgate Talks. So,
Thank you.
Since Logan, this is your first time on, I'm gonna leave it up to you. Start with the team that you are repping on your hat right now as we speak, or go into the NBA Finals. It's up to you.
Let's go finals. I'm watching the game right now.
Game 6.
Okay.
5. Why did I say 6?
Live game 5.
That's
Live
a good
game
question.
5 from OKC.
So unfortunately, Logan, you are a Timberwolves fan, and they did fall short in their game. Do you want to go? You want to give? Yeah, you want to give some? Mhm. I was just gonna say, if you want to give some thoughts on the playoff run from Minnesota Timberwolves, go right ahead.
So, Wolves in 6 till the day I die. Wolves in 6 till the day I die. The boys, we fought hard. I was a little bit sad to see us go down in the Western Conference Final the way we did. We kind of curled up and cried like little babies, for lack of a better word. But when we played real good basketball, team ball, high energy, spirited, we can run with these boys that are playing right now. But we have the best player in the league coming here soon, and Edwards. He's got a killer mindset, and hopefully the boys just jump on his band and we ride to the sunsets and T-Wolves, baby. Timber Pups.
Okay, pal.
Timber Pups, baby. Great
I say
core.
that like I'm
Got the best wings in the league. Jaden McDaniels locked down. Don't get me started on Nas Reed. Name a more popular player in a city than Nas Reed right now.
well,
You can't.
Kobe and anywhere in China.
Okay, Kobe is in a different stratosphere. He is completely not even.
Sorry.
He's his own. Maybe Michael Jordan as well, and LeBron.
Fair.
Those are the three goats.
So name a more popular role player in their city.
Yes,
What you're
yes,
looking
that's
for. Okay,
a bench
that's
player.
fair.
Bench
That's
player.
fair. I'll take that.
Be any bench player.
I will say Nas Reed Towel Night might go down as the greatest promotional night in the history of
Absolutely.
any promotional night. I see those, like I saw the Nas Reed towel at 2 straight WrestleManias. Like it has transcended
College game
just
day.
Timberwolves game. Yeah, it was a college game day. It's everywhere. I did
It's
appreciate the Nas Reed. But let's take a look at the task at hand. Forget the Timberwolves. They lost. They mean nothing to me anymore.
Yeah. Till next year.
I kid. But
Scratch
the
the
Thunder and the Pacers, we're eating. This is a great series.
Oh,
This is fantastic.
bless. Beautiful basketball. Two
I'm
best teams.
torn, though. I'm very torn because I cannot stand Tyrese Halliburton. I'm not
like
saying
Tyrese Halliburton.
and you're entitled to that opinion. I'm not saying he's overrated. I think that players poll was BS.
Absolutely.
I think he's exactly as good as he is very good at the game of basketball. But mine comes
Misunderstood.
from a personal standpoint. As you can see on my glass, I rep the Badgers till I die. If you're not aware, Tyrese Halliburton is a Wisconsin native. And he had an offer to come to the Big Dub. And instead he decided to play with those bums like Brock Purdy down in Iowa State University. Now, that already left a sour taste in my mouth. Then in back-to-back years, he just decided to bounce my Bucks. And I can't handle that. I just can't do it. It makes me very, very upset. And listen, I think it's very good that they made the finals, the Pacers. It's very good that the Thunder made the finals. It is great for the league, the parity of the league. Two teams that, in my opinion, have never, I say my opinion, Pacers have never won an NBA title. I don't count the Supersonics as the Thunder's title. I just don't. To me, that's a totally different franchise.
Different everything.
When Seattle gets another team, I'm sure they'll reconcile that somehow. But at the same time, as much as I don't want Tyrese Halliburton to get this ring, I don't want Shea Grifter Alexander to do it either. I think the way he plays basketball is just bad for the game.
Pretty.
I hate it.
Pretty.
I can't stand it. And I also don't like Chet Holmgren all that much. He's a Minnesota guy, and I just
he looks like a giraffe running around out there, baby giraffe. And I don't like his haircut. He's got a bad haircut. Bad haircut, bad ball player.
Was it Hezzy pull from Trey Ball? Whatever the meme is.
Look at him.
It's been entertaining, though. It's been interesting to see just kind of the push and pull of the series. I always thought it was going to go 6, but when the Pacers shocked me at least, and won game 1, I was like,
Right.
Okay. This is a smack in the face to OKC. Well, then they just decided, we're going to even it up.
Yep.
And then the statistic that I was talking about earlier, the Pacers are 7-0 in this playoffs after a loss, and they haven't had back-to-back losses since I think like the middle of March.
Yeah.
Like they've been really good coming off a loss. So I put a little dough on them tonight.
But
they rebound in game 3. And of course, lost 2 nights ago to OKC. It's been funny how the Pacers have won pretty close, and then both times OKC has won, it feels like they've just blown them out of the water. Like the Pacers shouldn't even be on the court. I don't have the game up. I know you do. What's the score right now?
17-12.
Okay, so it's early.
OKC's up. They're riding off that. The stadium's electric.
I think it's funny that Halliburton's dad is letting the stadium again.
What was that?
I said I think it's funny that Halliburton's dad is let back into the stadium for the finals.
Yeah. He should have never been let out. He should have been in there the whole time. That's his boy.
And I want to say this. This is my favorite take of the series. And credit to you as a Timberwolves guy. In terms of crowd participation and wearing the playoff shirts, OKC easily number 1. Everybody in that arena is wearing the shirts. Pacers and Timberwolves are like 2A, 2B. So
you know why?
The crowds are very involved, and it just feels bigger because of that. It reminds me of those 2016 Warriors runs or the Cavs runs where it felt electric every year. And I've been really appreciating this run. And I think once again, it's good for the league. It's the 8th year in a row we're going to have a different champion.
Small market champion.
Yeah, small market champion too. I don't know. I never considered Denver a small market.
Speaking of small market,
but Boston, it's not a small market, but it is what it is. It's really good to see. It's 2 teams that absolutely deserve some success after years and years of being pretty well-run franchises. I wouldn't call, like, there are poverty franchises in basketball, like the Hornets.
Yeah.
And I can't say the Trailblazers, but it feels like it lately. To
They've been
me,
in
the
the
Pacers were
They go
always in the
around.
mix. The Pacers have been good. The fans have been loyal. I mean, Indiana just loves their basketball. I'm pulling for them, even though I'm
basketball
not.
state.
It is.
They're basketball.
It is. Also, side note, since we're still talking NBA, Desmond Bain,
I was gonna put it in for.
Orlando.
I was gonna put it in for
That's-
later. Here, we'll save it for later.
Okay.
We'll save it for later. But yeah. So I mean, overall, I think this is a really good NBA Finals, and I think it's been a fantastic playoffs too overall. Because keep it, and I say that, and everybody wonders why are you saying playoffs now, guys? We've been off for a month, so there's a lot of stuff we didn't get to talk about.
True. Very true.
So I gotta give thoughts on the playoffs overall. Now if you before the finals, I said I'm trying to keep track of the marks for Richie. I said I think it's gonna be OKC. I don't know. In my opinion, it's neck. I was like it's neck and neck, but I think OKC has a little bit more of an edge at the time. Now,
But Obi Toppin's ice cold.
I am.
Ice.
Well, I'm still kind of 50-50, but I'm leaning more towards the Pacers now, only because I don't know. I'm
Andrew
just
Nemhard.
I think from watching this series, both teams are constructed very similarly. Very young, very athletic. They each are completely okay passing off the stardom to the next guy. No matter who it is, who has the ball, they're just going to do their role. They're going to be athletic. They're going to run. So it's going to come down to the head coaches. Who's going to rally the troops? Who's going to put the right scheme? Who's going to make the switch at the right time? Who's going to utilize the unsung hero at the it's just a masterpiece. This is everything that the NBA could want with the rise of public sport. Shout out to the Pope.
I was glad. I like that point where I was glad that the Pacers were the ones that came out of that Knicks-Pacers series, because I just felt like the Pacers were more equipped to run with this OKC team, to deal with how pesky they were. The Knicks, with the way Tibbs ran that team, I mean, Karl Anthony Towns on a bad knee in the fourth quarter is getting stripped we saw it with Jokic, and Jokic's league's better than Cat. He's getting stripped. He's getting defense played on him by Alex Caruso that we have never seen before, but he's just locking him up.
NBA champion Alex Caruso.
Oh no, believe me,
Respect on
we've
name.
seen defense from Alex Caruso. We've just never seen a guy his size lock up Jokic. You know what I mean?
Valid.
There's a reason why people were upset that they only got Josh Giddey for him in Chicago. He's a great piece. It's so fun. It's just selfishly, and I really like the way that these teams play. Selfishly, I want the OKC to lose, so that if we are trading Giannis as a Bucks fan, we get half of OKC's picks for him. They open up their war chest. Sam Presti finally hits the big red button, and we just completely restock the cupboard, and we're good for the next 15 years. That's what I'm hoping for. That, or
But that first apron, man.
it
First
is
apron,
no, it's
very,
tough. The second
very
apron,
scary
the first
stuff.
and second apron are tough. It's tough to. We'd have to get some pieces there. I still haven't completely read the CBA and really gone through it. It's so interesting this offseason, not to skip ahead to the offseason, but trades are where things happen now. It used to be free agency. We all got riled up for it. You never see people just straight up sign.
It's a sign and trade.
It's always a sign and trade. It's always something else.
For destination.
And with this the second apron, it feels like we're gonna see more teams just have to let people walk. And OKC feels like in a couple years down the line, a prime target for that.
But Boston's a prime target right now.
Oh, it'd be Jaylen Brown's gone. I think they're going to drop a whole year because Tatum with his Achilles. Once again, we're getting too ahead of ourselves. I think the best part about this finals is that it proves you could still build a championship. I mean, last year with Boston, it still kind of did that, but they still, Porzingis, their big players came in late. Especially with OKC and a great deal from the Pacers. You can build from the ground up. You can draft guys. You don't have to have this big three. You don't have to trade. You don't have to make this huge splash to win a championship. I mean, the biggest free agency signing or biggest trade piece that we have in this whole series, if we're not counting Shea, because Shea was only a year into his career when he got traded, is Siakam. And that was kind of a bargain deal when the Pacers got him. So I think that's the coolest part about it for me, is that they're two homegrown teams and that prove you can still.
It's all about their culture.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Two best
100%.
cultures in the NBA right now. You don't ever hear any negativity coming out of either. Even when Indiana was the worst team in basketball for what it felt like to start the season. Everything out of the club. We're not good right now. Just wait. Everything it was all united. It was all the same messaging from the 18th player to the first player off the bench. Head coach included, front office.
You know what it is? It's the Greg Popovich trickle down. You could see it with Carlisle. You could see it with OKC's staff. It's they all have that same mindset of keep it on the hush and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. But
that man's insane. Lou Dort, shout out to that guy. Remember when he couldn't shoot the ball from inside of the hoop itself? Now look at him.
Yeah.
Now look at him.
Shout out. Also shout out to what's this right here? Ooh. Shout out Edinburgh. But yeah, so moving on, we can talk about more NBA finals at the end because we'll go back to NBA talk at the end of the show. But Shohei Ohtani, we actually have not talked about him in general in a while.
Good night.
He is returning to the mound tonight against San Diego Padres. Here is the lineups for tonight's game for the San Diego Padres. In right field, batting first, Fernando Tatis Jr. Batting second at first base, Luis Arraez. Batting third at third base, of course, none other than Manny Machado. Then cleanup in left field, Gavin Sheets. Then shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Second base, Jay Cronenworth. Designated hitter, I don't know who this is. Trenton Brooks. And then next guy, I also don't know who it is. In center field, batting eighth, Tyler Wade. And batting ninth, a guy I did not know was still in the league, Martin Maldonado behind the plate.
Yuck.
Then
gross.
For the Padres, I'll do it quick. It goes Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Hernandez, Smith, Muncy, Pages, Conforto.
Pages. It's Pages.
Pages, my bad. And then Tommy Edman and then of course on the mound for the Padres will be Dylan Cease.
Look at the boy.
Oh man, Dom's here.
Big
He actually made
Dom
it.
coming in
Dom
segment.
Dom, real quick NBA thoughts, real quick. We were just starting baseball talk.
Shai's not the MVP. Chet Holmgren sucks. And bring it back to Indy, baby. Come on.
Here we go, Kyrie.
Beautiful.
Oh man, but yeah. So we just talked. Ohtani is back on the mound tonight. He has not pitched since he was on the Angels in 2023. Dom, are you actually going to stick it out and be on the entire show tonight?
Yeah.
But
over under on the number of pitches thrown.
Pitches thrown. Pitching's tough. If you take that amount of time off, it's tough. So I don't know. I think
they're going to keep him on a 50 pitch limit. He's going to go maybe 2-3 innings.
45 pitches. That's the line.
Listen, I have a hot take that I'm going to write down the time I'm going to say it, and it's going to be a good YouTube reel.
I'm done with hot takes because I'm 0 for 1 on the year so far.
Okay, here we go. You put the glasses on for this one.
Let me hear it.
I think Shohei Ohtani is an average pitcher at best.
I mean, the
don't believe
numbers would disagree with you, but
Numbers would absolutely.
I don't think as a pitcher, obviously hitting wise, the money he's making. Of course it's worth it. Are you kidding me? No one's like he might go down as the greatest hitter
nope,
possibly of all time.
nope.
There's still plenty of time left.
Barry Bonds, man. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you.
Oh no, yeah, no, it is Barry Bonds right now. And it could
You think
change.
Ohtani? You think Shohei is going to put up 700 plus dingers?
Never say never.
You think he's going to have a career OPS? He's going to 1 dot. 1 dot.
Never say never. Never say
Whatever,
never.
man.
But hitting wise, that wasn't the point I was trying to make. Hello, dog. But I think again, he hasn't pitched in 2 years. So again, I could be looking like a freaking idiot here. But I think obviously the Dodgers paid him the money for his hitting. But I think in the Dodgers rotation, I think he's just another arm.
Hello.
I think, at least. I think he's just another arm.
I think he's a
About the
6th Cy
final
Young winner.
I don't see. I think he's somewhere in between. I don't think he's after this Tommy John. I don't think
Yeah,
he'll
we'll see.
have the same. Yeah, we'll have to see. To me,
Before he was.
before he
Arguably.
that's my thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's average. I think he's above average. I've seen average. The starting rotation for the Brewers this year is average, if not below average. Ohtani is better than all of them, except for maybe Peralta.
Fair. That's fair.
But he's also not, Garrett Cole. He's not Corbin
Austin.
Burns. He's not even, I don't think he's Strider when Strider's healthy. I'm thinking of those top names. He's I can't find a good comp. In my head, this is so bad, but I want to say he's he's almost like a Woodruff to me. And Woodruff is really good.
That's not bad.
He's really good, but he's not the best.
That's
He's
not
not.
bad.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah, no,
my thought is Shohei, lights come on, he walks into the box. What's happening? A positive something. A home run, big
For the
hit,
most part,
RBI.
Yeah.
If he's that mentally locked in on that side of the plate, what if he's that locked in on the other side and he's lights out?
No, I can really back that up.
Make him a closer. Let him
I've
hit
heard
and play
that.
all
I've
day.
heard that take, and I don't
Make him a
hate it.
closer.
I making him a closer would 100% change my mind. Because I feel like making him a closer, then yeah, the average take just goes away. So I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that either. Because the Dodgers, I mean, they won the World Series without him in the rotation, so they clearly could.
I know.
That's the
you-
thing.
clearly do it.
They lost a few of those rotational pieces, and with
True.
their once again, they're having the same issue they've had for since it feels like 2020 or 2018 even. Whereas they have what feels like 12 all-star pitchers on the roster, but by September, 8 of them are on the IL. They don't need bullpen right now. They have some good bullpen arms. They need a starter. So it's as much as I love the idea of him coming out of the pen and shutting it down in the ninth, because I mean, we saw him do that in the World Baseball Classic against Mike Trout.
Yeah.
We've seen it. It's electric. But That's not what the Dodgers need, so that's not what they're going to use him for, at least right now.
I think it's going to come down to his stamina after not pitching for an entire season. Just see how he comes. So he comes out. What tonight?
Yeah.
Tonight the Padres.
Yep.
Yeah.
10:10 Eastern time.
Dude, the time zones are really messing me up because I've been into or two different ones the past 10 days.
Believe me, I'm leaving for the West Coast here soon, so it's gonna be killing me.
Gosh.
I mean, this is gonna be a really good test to see exactly where he's at, especially against that lineup.
Oh yeah. That
But,
West Division this year is crazy.
Yeah.
The Giants are doing a lot better than I expected, and they just added Rafi Devers.
Perfect
Yeah,
segue.
awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
perfect segue.
Honestly, good for him.
Yeah,
I like
for sure.
it too much for him to be playing in
Go.
Boston.
Mhm.
Sorry, Boston fans.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
I'm gonna go.
You
Here.
sure you look? It's pretty funny.
Here, I'm gonna say the trade right away. So the Red Sox, they did trade Rafael Devers, the lone remaining player from the team's recent World Series squad in 2018, was dealt to the Giants for righty Jordan Hicks, lefty Kyle Harrison, and a pair of prospects and outfielders James Tibbs, the third Giants' number 4 prospect at the time of the deal, and righty Jose Balillo. For the Giants, fantastic. You got
Fantastic.
a freaking
yeah.
stud. You got a freaking stud. Yeah, you're chilling.
He said
Do we
he'll play
really
first
blame the
base
Red
for them.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I like giving up the prospects in Harrison, but if you're a Red Sox fan, you're probably thinking,
Just swept the Yankees.
that's all we got?
Yeah. You better hope Roman Anthony is really that guy.
Yeah.
You
really
put all your stock in that dude because oof.
No.
But you got to remember, there's a whole lot of stuff behind the scenes with that. They just got a new GM, Breslow, and very clearly, Breslow and him butted heads. There's a lot of stuff back behind the scenes there. It's clear that Devers was just not his guy, and Breslow and Posey, both former players, got on the horn with each other because it was reported that the Sox didn't even shop him around. The Giants were just he picked up the phone and called them. Posey got his talons in there and made it happen. I think it's great for the Giants. It's tough for the Red Sox. I think they're going into a semi-retool rebuild. It just feels like because their division isn't the greatest this year, so they have a chance of still getting a wild card spot, or I don't think they'll beat out the Yankees, but we'll see. Tampa Bay's been solid this year. I don't know. It's shocking to say the least. It just felt like that was one of those moves that you would wait till the deadline, or you would see some kind of package or some kind of rumors about it first.
Caught early.
Yeah.
That guy in the locker room, in the dressing room, in the clubhouse, get him out of there as quick as possible.
But that was the weird thing about it is the teammates are like, he's cool with us. We still like him. It was strictly front office and the manager that it seemed like he was having beef with.
Yeah, I mean, he's a third baseman. What, you can't make him play first base. He doesn't want to do that.
That's why I was baffled by the Bregman signing. I just didn't think that made any sense for the Red Sox.
But do you turn down a Gold Glover?
I mean, I don't pay him that kind of money, especially now that he's been hurt. It's I truly think they're going to flip Bregman at the deadline. It just feels like that's one of those things that it could happen.
Interesting. And speaking of third basemen that should be dealt at the deadline, keep Ryan Hayes.
Hey, careful, that might hurt his back.
Listen. Okay, listen. To be honest, this is the first time where I don't really have a lot of thoughts on the Pirates for the first time in a while. They're 29 and 44. Any BS? I said it last week. They're 500 with Don Kelly as manager, which also, by the way, it's funny because makes you think, oh, we said if you fired Sheldon, maybe the season would be different right now. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But yeah, I pretty much got nothing after 15 games. 15 games back, which is funny. They took 1 out of 4 in Chicago. Seems like literally the Pirates' offense couldn't go, and pitching was good.
Sounds storyline.
Yeah, and then they go to Detroit starting tomorrow. Pretty much the only other Pirates news that there is Andy Rodriguez got injections for his elbow, which is not good. And Dari Moreira's back, but he got sent to AAA. And Brett Sullivan got designated for assignment. So, I really don't have much about the Pirates.
I'll be boots on the ground Friday in the ballpark. Give us some lively energy. Get those. Maybe let me touch some bats. Give him some.
It's so
good
funny
luck.
you said Key Brian Hayes. I didn't even think about it. His bobblehead's sitting right in front of me.
He needs to get traded.
Where's Zach Brian Hayes? Play with a smile on his face. Happy baseball. PNC.
Truly, after what the Knicks have done and had success, and Dolan has kind of been out of the picture, and a lot of the worst owners I've ever seen have sold.
Mm-hmm.
I can confidently say Bob Nutting is the worst owner in sports.
Absolutely. 100%. I have never seen a more idiotic owner in my entire life that does not give a single crap about his franchise.
And I used to watch the Wilpon Mets. I still watch the Brewers, who their owner literally just said, is my job to win a World Series, or is it to provide entertainment for families over the summer? And to a point, I understand, but it's a baseball team. They play for a championship. The reason they play is to win said championship. That's why you pay them.
The entertainment is the winning a championship. Nothing is more entertaining than that. And also, speaking of championships, EJ, you're going to be the only one that cares about this. I just saw Twitter. July 12th, Saturday night's main event, Atlanta, Georgia. Gunther will be putting the World Heavyweight Championship on the line against Goldberg.
Yeah. And I hope Bret Hart is the special guest referee.
Yeah, never going to happen. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I have a Pirates thought. Obviously, Skeens is going to be at the All-Star game. That's not even a question. But he shouldn't be the only one going. I'm saying this right here, right now. I don't give a crap what his numbers are. I think you should send Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah, get Kutch in the game.
Get
He should be a starter.
to the game.
Don't say
He should
that.
be a starter.
Don't say
I love Kutch, but
He should go in strictly for aura points. He brought back those. What are those band necklace called?
Oh, don't make me go grab it. It's sitting right on my bedpost.
grab
Right
it.
now.
Bro.
The paracords? Oh, dude.
Yeah, he brought those back. Woke up the bats for one night. It was electric. He should have got in just for that.
once again, thank you to DeFrisha and as I lost the website. Hold on. DeFrisha Recycling and Junk Removal for sponsoring Tailgate Talks. They do vehicle purchasing, scrap metals, appliance removals, junk removal, garbage services, dumpster rentals, curbside pickups, house and garage build, cleanouts, and demolition. 3 ways to get paid for your junk. Get in touch, choose your service, and get paid on spot. They do this in the Greenville, Erie, and even Pittsburgh areas. So, yes, once again, thank you to DeFrisha Recycling and Junk Removal for sponsoring Tailgate Talks. So,
Sponsor.
now, this is where I pretty much shut up because it's time to talk about the U.S. Open. So, go right ahead.
How about that course, huh?
Dude, I could make the cut.
You think so, Tom? You think you can make the cut?
I can make the cut.
Absolutely not.
Dude, I was there every single day, and from the practice to Sunday, and I have never watched professional golfers and felt like that in my life. I agree. I could have made the cut.
They're one of us. They're one of us.
And I see so many takes online that's like, oh, quit having, games or matches at these hard ass courses. Nobody wants to watch professional golfers make fools of themselves. Only bad golfers really want to think of themselves as good golfers when they watch this. Want to watch it.
Go play Culbertson Hills golf course and shoot 46 under on the week. No one wants to watch that garbage, dude. Birdie golf is so boring. And
it is.
It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely like a cool thing, but it's just so much don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from them, but seeing like a nice, like a pure golf shot stuck to like 2 feet is just, it's awesome. But then when you see it at a course like that, you're just like, man, it's even more awesome. And like the world's top 10, some of them were, they were flirting with a fine line, trying to make the cut.
Yeah, we got JJ Spawn, a guy who, the story, if you've been watching at all, if you've kept up with it at all, is super cool. The guy lost his
career.
Huh?
You see the timeline of his career in 2014 on the tour. He made $500.
Yeah, he lost his tour card after getting misdiagnosed with diabetes. He dropped 40 pounds, goes on the Corn Ferry Tour, gets his card back. I forget he won some match. I think it was in Texas somewhere.
The Valero.
Thank you. The Valero Open. He loses in a playoff to Rory, and he's coming back, and just on the day, dude shoots 40 plus 40 on the first 9.
Yeah. What did he finish the round? 3 over, 2 over, 72, right?
After also being up at 3 a.m. with his daughter throwing up on Father's Day, being a good father, going to CVS, getting her some Pepto or whatever they needed. She started feeling better. He comes back. He shoots. I think he shot. Wasn't it like a 27? Like something crazy on the back 9.
Birdied last 2 holes.
Yeah, birdied the last 2 holes. Needed a 2-putt. Hits a 64-footer?
Longest putt of the weekend to win the thing in the rain.
Nuts. I was sitting on hole 3 most of the time, and that's where the church pew bunker is. So seeing people deal with that was so much fun. And to your point, Dom, birdie golf is boring. You like to see something stuck pin high 2 feet away. But when they can do that out of a rough that is up to your ankles, it's so much more fun and so much more impressive. That's why Oakmont is so cool.
Yeah. I think it just makes for like a more like entertaining field as well.
100%.
He's like all the guys like Scotty Scheffler and Rory, Bryson DeChambeau. Everyone knows they can play good golf because they've won. Because like obviously Rory winning the Masters, DeChambeau winning.
DeChambeau won the Open the last time it was at Oakmont.
And Scotty Scheffler just absolutely just tearing golf apart the last couple of years. Like, those guys just see. Not that I don't love watching those guys. Those guys are awesome, but like I think it just gives. I think Oakmont just gives. I really think it just levels the playing field.
100%. 100%.
Because
it's that any given Sunday feel. You know what I mean? It's like.
If you would have told me that this would have been the top 5, I would have told you. Like, there's just no way.
Oh, yeah. Vegas made so much money.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Like, Cameron Young, he's always been solid. Victor Hovland's always been pretty solid. No one would have thought JJ Spawn would be the winner because I saw him shoot a 66 on the first day, and I'm like, yeah, he's 4 under. Like that's solid, but like you see it happen all the time with all these guys leading big tournaments. Like John Hatton Vegas at the Masters. Mm-hmm. Am I correct? He was leading first. He was the leader going into the weekend. He had a 36-hole lead, and then you just kind of like saw what happened.
Who
And
was
like,
it that just had that at the PGA Championship?
number
I can't remember his name for the life of me.
it was it wasn't Janot in Vegas. It was him at the PGA Championship.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I just remember seeing his name. So granted, he still finished tied for 5th place. And that's still a very, very good. Oh my God, he shot a 64 on day one. But that's still a very solid payday. But
Yeah.
like, dude, it's just.
And to see, and what's more fun about Oakmont is not just the rounds themselves, but the guys who qualify. I mean, you had an 18-year-old who just, he just coming out of high school. You had a dentist who just plays for.
He played on my tour. He's a Hurricane alumni, baby. I was rooting for him. He almost made the cut. I think he was only. He almost made.
He let off the weekend. He was first tee.
Yeah.
What a moment.
Lots of fun stuff, man. And I just got to have a front row seat, and I enjoyed every second of it. I got to do some behind the scenes karting. I was working the tourney, so it was.
I was down there on Monday, but
it was beautiful.
I wasn't there. I was outside of it.
Yeah,
I had to get to Youngstown, Ohio. But just with the U.S. Open, I think it just gives like more. Like I love it because just the whole anyone can go qualify for it. Gives a lot of guys an opportunity to make a name for themselves. And like, dude, for the big names in golf, dude, the Travelers Championships this week, Scotty Scheffler's going to go tear it up again. He's probably going to shoot. He's probably going to go 22 under or something crazy. Then you got the Rocket Classic after that, the John Deere Classic right after that. Like, dude, like there's going to be dudes just ripping it apart. However, we're only a month out from the Open Championship. Just
Links
a month.
Golf, baby.
And then we got to wait the Tour Championships in August, but then, dude, it's a Ryder Cup year, baby. It's a Ryder Cup.
I'm so excited for the Ryder. I think JJ is going to make it. I mean, he has to. I'm pretty sure.
Just want to see Rory win an event this year.
One more thing about the Open that I really liked is the guy who designed Oakmont Country Club. It's one of my favorite stories. He had this like railroad or manufacturing business, sold it to Andrew Carnegie way back in the day, was playing on municipal courses and was like, Allegheny Country Club is where he was at. And he was like, yeah, the course is just not hard enough for me. So he goes out in the suburbs of Pittsburgh. This is the only course he has ever made. Makes it just one of the hardest courses that you could possibly play on. Knowing he had to have seen a vision that later on the world's best professionals are just going to piss themselves looking at this course. Makes it and then just wipes his hands and goes, "That's it for me. I don't need to design any more golf courses. That's it. It's done."
Oh yeah, that was. I don't know if off topic, but I don't know if you've ever heard of the name of Pete Dye.
Yeah.
Like the golf course architect.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just hosted a tournament at one of his courses this weekend.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
In the beautiful Youngstown, Ohio. It was super nice course, dude. I looked at their public rates. It's like $175 a round. I got to play it for free. Oh man.
Nice.
There you go.
That was quite the experience. But I will make the cut one day.
One day you'll make the cut.
Absolutely.
That's one of my before you turn 40 goals.
We're gonna Dom. We need to start a YouTube series of Dom breaks 80. That's what we need.
Dude, it's got to be Dom breaks 70.
70. Okay, Dom breaks 70. My bad.
Gosh, but
I'm giving you my standards because I haven't broken 80 yet.
My best round's a 77.
Nice. I think mine's 86.
I haven't played that good in a million in so long because all the courses I'm playing right now, the ratings completely maxed out, and I'm playing the tips like some idiot. I'm shooting upper 80s, low 90s.
Yeah, literally the hardest course I've ever played is the country club down the road, and it's like playing the tips is nothing compared to your courses, I'm sure.
We tip. It plays like 7,600 yards. It's
But, okay,
ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
we got to move on. So
Yeah, sorry.
to transition into what we're about to talk about. I'm going to talk about what somebody on this show said on a TikTok earlier today. I hate Brad even more. Boston or not, I can't stand seeing him succeed. And I can't say what I wrote on my sheet because I made my time. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? EJ pretty much made the timesheet today. I'm not even going to lie. So I'm not going to say what was on here. More of extent of F. Brad Marchand. I can't fully say because don't want to get kicked out. So, EJ, would you like to explain yourself?
On said TikTok, it was Alex and Dom talking about him, and he doesn't play in Boston anymore, so I still hate him, but I hate him less. And that's because Alex is a turncoat, and he goes, Florida's my second team. And, I don't care. I don't care about your second team. Florida's a bunch of goons, just like Boston is a bunch of goons. And Brad has fit in both places like a glove. You know why? Because he's the biggest goon there is. I can't stand him. And the fact that he's probably going to win playoff MVP.
Be careful.
Blows my, if the Panthers win and Sam Reinhart doesn't score a hat trick in Game 7, it's going to Marchand. And that is what really pisses me off. Because I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying.
I've given them the lead. 7 lead-changing goals this racked. Did you see the other one the other night?
Yeah, sure. It was mystical. It was
gross. It was really gross. It was really
right
gross.
around them.
I was watching
it.
Dude, I'm watching it. I swear to God, this is my live reaction. I'm watching. I'm like, all right. Yeah, we're back. And then I'm like, yeah, just hit him. And then he makes that move. I'm like, oh, and then he just buries it. And I just kind of sat in my chair, like.
And I'm a Jake Wallman guy. Being a Wings fan, watching him get mixed like that by Brad Marchand made me sick to my stomach.
Showing up late to today's show, I was really hoping that I missed the hockey segment because it's like this series is taking years off my life, and I'm not a fan of either team.
Exactly.
The last 2 years have taken.
I want to make this point. We have gotten a full extra game and almost a half of hockey with these overtimes.
Think about everything that's happened in these 4 or 5 games that they've played. They've had 2 blowouts, 2 overtimes, and a 5-on-5 brawl. 3 overtimes. We had a double overtime game in the Stanley Cup Finals, guys. It was amazing. But what pisses me off the absolute most about this series is that it's going to be Leon Draisaitl or it's going to be Brad Marchand. That's just what it feels like. I'm not a Draisaitl hater like Dom over here.
Watch
but
this.
I truly do believe that McDavid is the greatest player to grace the ice in the last 30 years. And I do think that it belongs to him no matter how many points Draisaitl or goals Draisaitl gets. Yes, the photo is hilarious. I must that.
His dude. Can we talk about the game winner?
Oh my goodness.
That was the most boof-ass goal I have ever seen. Dude, one-hand backhand just trying to throw it to Corey Perry in front of the net. Hit the skate, goes right through Bob's 5-hole.
It took 3 angles for me to even see it go in the net. I could not believe it went in. I was like, where is this a goal? I don't understand. And then, they finally pulled it up. It is great, though, because I truly think we're eating right now, where it's like we're heading into game 13, guys. You know what I mean? We haven't had this in hockey for a long time. Two teams that truly despise each other, really hate each other in back-to-back finals. Potentially, depending on how the offseason goes, could be a third finals in a row, because it doesn't. I mean, a lot of this team is locked up on both ends. I don't think either of them are going to stop being good. It is a rivalry that I think, just watching it in real time is so fun to watch. It's just stressing me out. Like Dom said, it's taking years off my life.
I mean, McDavid will finally win
Everything
a
you
cup.
could want as a
him.
neutral fan, just a hockey fan. It's everything you could ask for.
It is.
Absolutely.
The Barnes. That's what I'm here for. Both. Shout out to the NBA as well. Just the Barnes, the atmospheres. That's everything we needed.
That's great. That's a great point. I love the fact that you're just not getting many Florida fans in Edmonton because it's such a far, and you need a passport, and you're not getting many Edmonton fans in Florida. It is just hostile. Oh, it's so much fun. I love it.
Man, I just want the Oilers to trade Leon Draisaitl just so bad
I'll take him.
for 3 prospects. Actually, skate and shoot. And I'm not even gonna say shoot because he shoots a lot. After a Connor McDavid dish, man.
I'll give you Nate Danielson, a second-round pick, and Nygaard. How about that?
I think they trade. I think they should trade him to
take a Getty Malkin and a 3rd-round pick. I'll take him. Give him to me.
If Leon Draisaitl ever becomes a Penguin,
Tom's gonna riot.
Might as well start
Tom is gonna lose his mind.
Pittsburgh onto that Lord Stanley. Imagine Leon Draisaitl with Sidney Crosby, who's like
yes, sir.
Connor McDavid, but better.
No.
Don't you ever say that again.
No, dude. Leon, just go watch a Leon Draisaitl highlight video, and you just tell me how many times where he's actually skating. He's never just skating. He's never skating. Like, dude, I was going through Twitter one day on the day of one of Leon Draisaitl's hat tricks, and dude, he just looks like, oh my god, he's just wide open on the far side, all the time. He's not doing anything. Yeah, he's wide open. He can finish. He's a good finisher. He can finish. Everything else he can't. Dude, he doesn't do that.
You just need someone to put the puck in the net, man.
When he's dude, if you swapped me for Leon Draisaitl in my prime,
so like what, last week or something? Fell off the rocker a little bit.
If you swapped what? If you swapped, what would happen?
Dude, if you give
you score at least one goal in the NHL.
If I received how many assists did Connor McDavid have this year? 76. If I had 76 passes from Connor McDavid,
you score at least one.
The positioning that Leon Draisaitl has on 95% of the goals, I guarantee you, I'm up there.
You know how he gets that positioning, though? It's not like they just leave him there. He creates that positioning.
No, he doesn't, dude. It's because McDavid is such a dude. It's because McDavid is such an asset on the ice. You got eyes on him at all times.
Believe me, I get it. But
it's a player with gravity. Dude, think about the Warriors. You have the greatest player on the floor. You got to be able to find space.
That's a 5th-round pick.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. I swear to God, one of these times I just want Dom on the show just to crash out about Leon Draisaitl.
It's my favorite segment that I've been here for like 3 different times.
Any situation where he doesn't have the best facilitator in hockey on the ice with him, he's not scoring. He's not putting up 100 points a year.
I can agree with you on that, but I'm not. You're treating him like he's some bum.
He is a bum, dude. You don't play hockey in that part of Europe, man.
I have heard Dom's argument 500 times since last year when I discovered Leon Draisaitl because I'm it. I didn't know who he was.
Udonis Haslem.
That was the start. That was the start.
Udonis Haslem.
That was a year ago. That was a year
Yeah,
ago.
it was. It was literally a year ago, and it was around Game 5, Game 6-ish.
Hey, Udonis Haslem had a couple. He had a couple 30, 40-point games in his career too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but he wasn't scoring 30 averaging 30 on a season.
Udonis Haslem has a ring.
Udonis Haslem has 3 rings.
Yeah. Draisaitl is 0 because he's a damn liability out there.
You know what? You got me curious. While I wait, we'll do it on
2 overtime winners. 2 overtime game winners in the Stanley Cup playoff.
Would play good. He'd play good for 3 teams in the NHL. He'd play good. He'd play good for the Oilers. He'd play good for the Maple Leafs. He'd play good for the Panthers.
He'd be awful in the Maple Leafs. I can't agree with that.
Yeah, Draisaitl.
How about that
But
trade?
the Maple Leafs have so many guys, though. Like, there's so many guys.
But none of them are distributors.
But
Austin Matthews would be taking half his goals.
But actually, Mitch Marner doesn't. No, never mind. Forget that because Mitch Marner's not a Maple Leaf anymore.
Who was on the show when he said that? I know EJ was. I think was Bryce there, or was it just me, Alex, Dom, and?
I think it was just us 4.
Like, dude, he's just not. He's just not, dude. He's peaking.
Well, regardless, Game 6 is tomorrow, and I'm excited.
Where
He was
is
real quiet. He was real quiet when we needed him. Real quiet when we needed him. Pissed down his leg. Not really an athlete.
Not really an athlete. He's not. Look at you. Look at you. Look at him coming through the gap. You see him. You think to yourself, I'm not an athlete. I can't hang. So you piss down your leg. You throw a little arm tackle at him, and he blows right by you.
Yeah, Leon Draisaitl finished -2 with a penalty and 23 minutes of ice time in Game 5. I just want to throw that out there.
Tough.
-2.
I know I made a YouTube short on it. Oh, they're Shady. Shout out Shady. Where there's been so many. We've made so much content over the last 2 years. Where
It is nuts.
Now it's hard. Now it's hard to find. Now it's hard to find things.
Quick side update. 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
So here, while I look for this, EJ, while I look for this, EJ, can you please talk about the Desmond Bain trade?
Oh, yeah.
What the hell was this about?
5 first-round picks.
He is not worth that, dude.
4 first-round picks and a pick swap.
So 5.
Nuts. It gives Mikal Bridges vibes, does it not? I've heard a lot. My favorite thing to come out of this already is people because they posted a graphic. He's going to be wearing 3 in Orlando, and because he has short arms, people are going to be calling him 3 Rex, and I think that's hilarious.
He might be the best nickname in the NBA.
Yeah, it is, and also the new Magic uniforms are going to look great on him, in my opinion. I think the pinstripes are back, and it's going to look fantastic. But yeah, I don't know why Orlando decided this was a good idea. I get it; they needed offense.
They're the worst 3-point team in the NBA.
I get it; they needed offense, but Desmond Bain, that contract is big.
So,
and 4.
Okay, so hear me out. Right, what's cheaper? You find on an NBA roster, let's say the bottom 4 players. Mm-hmm. So player, let's say 10 through 14 on your roster. Would you rather find 4 guys that you like that fit your culture and train to develop them, or continually risk a first-round paycheck to a player year after year in hopes that they fit in? So what they just did is they said, we like our core of guys that are young. We don't need the next 4 years worth of new guys. We like our role player guys. Now we need someone that's established and can better our starting 5. So they just sacrificed the having to pay those 4 first-round picks by adding a bona fide shooter, which is they needed.
I agree, but I also think that their team isn't good enough that Desmond Bain is what's putting them over the top. That's my thing.
Absolutely not.
They're a good squad. Don't get me
Because
wrong.
KCP and Cole Anthony put them over the top.
No,
My respect to KCP, he's a champion.
Cole Anthony's good. I like Cole Anthony. I like Cole Anthony, but he doesn't get any PT.
Is he as needed as a Desmond Bain, though? Where Paulo's the star on that team. Paulo's going to be ball dominant on that team.
Here's my point. How about you take 3 of those first rounders, you package that with Jalen Suggs and stuff, and you see what you could get for a Devin Booker. Like, I know Devin Booker isn't on the market and people aren't saying that, but like, I feel like you need a bona fide. I know Devin Booker's getting paid, but they have cap room. They're not paying their guys yet.
Why rush to pay when you work to have cheap contracts?
I get that, but Bain isn't on a cheap contract. That's my point.
Yeah, true. But he's not a super max.
True. Also true. It just feels to me that it's an overpay, and now you have less things in the cupboard to get something else, to get another thing that really does put you over the top. That's my biggest issue there. Is if you were going to swing with 4 firsts, it has to be that dude. And it just doesn't feel like Desmond Bain is that dude.
They must just believe in player development there.
I guess so. Maybe Paolo takes a step and starts scoring 27 a game next year. Who knows? Maybe Franz Wagner just develops a 3-point shot.
Who's the coach down there? Who coaches down in Orlando?
I don't remember. I'm going to be honest. Dude, the last Orlando coach I can remember is Scott Skiles, and that was
I don't know. He probably draws up some crazy on the board, get some boys rolling. Just get a little bit more basketball, NBA, and IQ on their brains. They made the playoffs this year, didn't they?
Jamal Mosley. Yeah, they did. Jamal Mosley is their coach. Yeah.
Coach Mose, he's got him. He'll get him straight. He knows what we're doing down there. It's Orlando. It's magic.
Also, NBA trade rumors, just real quick. Kevin Durant's 3 locations that he picked. Spurs. 4?
You go.
Spurs. You're going to say the Timberwolves. It's not going to be the as much as I love that. It's not going to be the Timberwolves.
Baby. Come on over. Get rid of Julius Randle's bug-eyed beefcake-looking ass. Get his ass out of here.
You say that like he didn't just carry you through the playoffs.
Yes, against broken teams, 2 teams that were not ready to compete. The Lakers have LeBron and Luka, but what else? Steph did not play, so okay. Wolves in 6, still I die. But look what happened when things went rough in the final. Look at the body reactions of Julius Randle. I don't want him on my team anymore. That gives me cat vibes.
Hey, look! You can see it's a stark contrast. You can see the hair side by side now.
Wow.
Anyway, so Richie, just so you know, go back to the screen like I'm seeing on or whatever it says, so everybody can see this. But here, I'm going to play this.
McDavid is a good enough player by himself to make enough plays to win you 4 games. 4 games this year.
You're calling Leon Draisaitl McDavid? He's basically Curry to Gretzky.
I'm saying, let's see. I have my comparison. McDavid to Draisaitl is the equivalent to LeBron to Udonis Haslem.
Whoa! Whoa!
That was about a year ago.
Maybe not Udonis Haslem. Maybe
Udonis Haslem never won an MVP.
Dom, would you still like to back that up?
Yes.
Oh my God! But listen, we are way.
It's Panthers in 6, dude. It's Panthers in 6 now. Because based on my sources, reliable source tells me Stuart Skinner's back in net tomorrow.
Oh God!
It's over. It's over.
It's a wrap.
It's over.
Bro, he should just hold his arm like this.
I think
The whole
For real. For
I
real.
Just start it right
like,
here and just hope for the best. Because
Or just
this
play without
motion
your
is
stick.
hard
Stand
for
it
him.
up in that left corner.
I think he should dress up as one of those indoor lacrosse goalies.
Yeah,
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Gosh. But all right, we are way over time. I got to read this ad, read one more time, and pay the bills one more time. Thank you to Defrisha Recycling and Junk Removal for sponsoring Tailgate Talks. Their services provide vehicle purchasing, scrap metals, appliance removal, junk removal, garbage services, dumpster rentals, curbside pickups, house and garage build cleanouts, and demolition. 3 easy ways to get paid for your junk. Get in touch, choose your service, get paid on the spot, and that is it. Defrisha Recycling and Junk Removal. Thank you for sponsoring Tailgate Talks.
Sponsor.
So, and if there's a lot of bleep outs, and you want a question, just ask. I'll give you Mr. Blaker's number. So that is it for this week. Dom, you are designated paper toss number 2 since Alex is not here, and he will be back next week. And like I said at the beginning of the show, John and Clayton will get what's coming to them.
Yes, you will.
Damn straight.
Oilers in 7.